Lesson number 5, Food Safety. Children, in previous video, we have discussed about factors responsible for food spoilage, then qualitative and quantitative wastage of food. Now in this video, we'll study about food storage and preservation. We'll discuss some methods of food protection, then some food adulterants also we'll discuss. Okay, so let's start with this video. First topic, that is food storage and preservation. To avoid food spoilage and to prevent growth of microorganisms in food, food has to be stored properly by using some techniques, and this food storage and preservation is very important. There are many techniques like freezing, drying, boiling, airtight packaging, and many more. Now the first point is food protection. Food protection means preventing the food spoilage by microorganisms, growth of microorganisms, and infestation by pest. Okay, it means we are protecting food from attack of microorganisms. And next point is food preservation. What is food preservation? Food preservation is use of various preservatives to prevent food spoilage due to internal factors. Okay, there are some factors in food itself, okay, because of which food is spoiled or microorganisms are grown in that. Okay, so this food preservation is what? Use of some preservatives. These methods of food preservation, main aim or main target of this is storing the foodstuffs for long time. Now can you give me some examples of these food preservatives? Yes, very common examples are sugar, salt, oil. See, if you will consider one simple example of food which we keep, foodstuff which we keep for long time is pickle. So what is used in it for to preserve it for long time? Yes, correct, oil. And some other like jams and all, in that sugar is used, and some chemical preservatives are also added in jams, but main ingredients or main preservatives are salt, sugar and oil. Next is national institutions, Food and Drug Administration. This is a government organization that controls food protection and distribution of food and drugs by their standardization. So underline this, Food Safety and Standardization Authority of India, that is FSSAI, has been established as per the Food Safety and Standardization Act 2006. Now your web address is given. You can find out some more information on this. Okay, have you seen this word FSSAI on any foodstuff? Yes, when any packet you are taking, packed foodstuff you are taking, this word you can see on that, whether it is standardized, whether it is approved by this FSSAI. Children, learn this full form of FSSAI. Now on next page of your textbook, that is on page number 37, some methods of food protection are given there. See, by using which methods normally we protect food from spoilage. First one is freezing. What is freezing? See children, normally we keep leftover food in freezer, freeze, or many other things which we want to keep for 2 days, 3 days, or for many days we keep in fridge. So what is the purpose of using fridge? Refrigerators are used for freezing the food. Okay, and because of low temperature of freezers, the biological and chemical reactions in food materials are slowed down. So food remains unspoiled for long time. Okay, so this is the reason why refrigerators are used in kitchen. Now next point is smoking. Now smoking is what? When the food is preserved with the help of smoke. It is called smoking. Smoking is the process where in which food is preserved by or with the help of smoke. Aluminium phosphide is used in this method. What is used in this method? Aluminium phosphide. Next point is use of insecticides. See children, there are many chemical insecticides which are used or which are sprayed on the containers of grains. And examples of these insecticides are malathion, and these insecticides protect the grains by killing infesting insects. Whatever insects are there in it, those insects are killed by this insecticides. Next is irradiation. So food is exposed to ionizing radiations like high energy electrons emitted by accelerators, then X-rays, then gamma rays emitted by radioactive isotopes, and this irradiation destroys the microbes or microorganisms and insects. See children, if you have observed, what happens if you keep potatoes and onions for many days? What happens? Just observe, keep one onion and one potato for 1 or 2 months and observe what happens. Yes, correct. So the shelf life of potatoes and onions also increased due to this process, because sprouting takes place in that. So the sprouting process is also can also be avoided by using this irradiation technique. Next is use of insert gas, that is nitrogen gas, which is filled in airtight packets of potato wafers and other food products like Lays, Kurkures, whatever you are eating. In that, which gas is there? Nitrogen is there. And this is for preventing the growth of fungus and insects in them. Next point is use of preservatives. See, there are two types of preservatives. One is natural preservative and second is chemical preservatives. Natural preservatives, as I told you, salt, sugar, okay, then oil. These are the examples of natural preservatives which are used in jams, murambas and pickles. Correct? Then next is chemical preservatives. Chemical preservatives are synthetic preservatives. Okay, and examples are acetic acid. Acetic acid means vinegar. Then citric acid, sodium benzoate. These are some examples of chemical preservatives. And these chemical preservatives are used when food has to be kept for long time. Okay, to keep the food safe for very long duration. Next point is pasteurization. See children, in this method, milk or other similar foodstuffs are heated up to certain temperature. Okay, for example, milk is boiled up to 80 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. and then it is cooled down quickly. So because of this process, microorganisms are destroyed or microorganisms are killed in that particular foodstuff. Okay, so pasteurization destroys the microbes present in the milk and thus food remains safe. This process was developed by Louis Pasteur. See children, when you are taking milk pouch or have you seen on that milk pouch pasteurized, homo-pasteurized milk? It is written, this word is written. So that is nothing but this process. Next point is, in Maharashtra, irradiation plants have been installed at Lasalgaon for onions and potatoes and at Navi Mumbai for spices and condiments. Okay, now some information about Louis Pasteur, the great scientist. The microbiologist Louis Pasteur developed the technique of preserving the quality of food by raising its temperature to prevent microbial growth in the food. Now children, next point is adulteration of food. What is meant by adulteration of food? Very simple and easy example of adulteration of food is milk and water. Water is added in milk to increase quantity of milk. And what happened because of this? Yes, correct. We are getting only quantity of milk, more quantity, but whatever nutrients we should get by that much quantity, we are not getting from it. Now let's discuss few more points about adulteration of food. Children, what do you think? This adulteration is harmful to us or not? Yes, correct. It is very dangerous. Our health is in danger because of this food adulteration. Now what is exactly mean by food adulteration? Removal of some important components of food. For example, removal of fat content of milk, then essence of cloves and cardamoms, etc. Okay. Now another way we can say mixing of low quality, inedible or cheaper material or harmful color with food. Then mixing of some harmful materials like small stones, fine sand, iron fillings, urea, dung of horse and sawdust. So these are the main things or main adulterants of food. This is exactly mean by adulteration of food. Now look at this table. In this some foodstuffs are given and adulterant column is there. So what is added in this foodstuffs? Which component is used as adulterant of this foodstuff? See, milk, you know very well, water is added. Along with water, urea is also added. Okay. Next is red chili powder. In red chili powder, brick powder is added. Yes children, brick. And brick for what purpose we are using? For construction. And that brick powder is added in our foodstuff, red chili powder. Okay. Now here one adulterant is given, seeds of papaya. So in which foodstuff seeds of papaya added? Yes, correct. It looks like black pepper. Okay. So in black peppers, if you will observe black peppers properly, in that seeds, papaya seeds are added. Then ice cream. In ice cream, washing powder and paper pulp is added. and these different types of adulterants are affecting our health in different ways. Some of these adulterants affect functioning of our organs, okay, and if we use it for long time, even if some of these adulterants can cause cancer also. Some adulterants cause abdominal discomfort or poisoning. Now children, let's discuss about few more examples, like fruits. To make fruits more attractive and tasty, some chemicals are injected into them. Now expiry date of food packets or airtight containers is changed by shopkeepers, and because they want to avoid financial loss. Okay, then other example we can discuss, calcium carbide or some other chemicals are used to make fruits look more attractive. For example, bright yellow bananas. Then in cold drinks, carbonated soda or phosphoric acid is added, and these are very harmful chemicals. So because of all these, each one of us should think about what we eat every day and about the nutritive value and quality of food we eat. Now children, I will show you some food adulterants. As I told you, papaya seeds are added as adulterant in black pepper. So see, look at this. These are black pepper, and see, these are papaya seeds. You can easily identify if you will observe carefully. See, these are plain one, and look is also different. So you can identify that these are papaya seeds which are added in black pepper. Now children, in your textbook on page number 38, few experiments are given by which you can identify whether the food has been adulterated or not. First one is milk, and as we have discussed, water is adulterant of milk. So what you have to do to find out whether it is adulterated or not? You have to put a drop of milk on a glass slide and slightly incline it to spread the drop. See children, we'll perform this experiment here. This is glass slide. Now I will put drop of milk here on this slide. Now we'll slightly incline this slide. Now look at this slide. The spread of milk appears milky white. So what is the conclusion? If the spread of milk or spread mark of milk does not appear milky white, then water must have been added to it. Now next experiment is red chili powder. In red chili powder, brick dust is added. So what you have to do for this? Take a spoonful of chili powder in a beaker, add water up to half of the beaker, stir it and leave it undisturbed for few minutes. And what is conclusion of this? If red layer is seen settled at the bottom of the beaker, it must have been adulterated with brick dust. So very easy experiment is here. If you will try to dissolve that, you can take, instead of beaker, you can take transparent glass also. Okay, take water in glass and add 1 spoon chili powder in it. Let it settle for some time. If you will see some red layer at the bottom, then you can say that brick powder is added in it. Okay, and next experiment is turmeric powder. Methanol yellow is added in it. Experiment: take a pinch of turmeric powder in a test tube and add a small quantity of water to it. Shake the mixture and add few drops of concentrated HCl. See children, for this concentrated HCl is required, which is available in labs. But what will happen, that conclusion we can discuss here now, that is the mixture becomes red on addition of concentrated HCl, and the red color does not disappear if methanol yellow is present. Next is rava. In rava, fine iron fillings are there. So we just have to pass magnet through rava, and then if iron fillings will be there, it will get attached to the magnet, right? See children, here in your textbook already it is given. You can watch video clips on YouTube of food adulteration. Next is, in 1954, Parliament passed the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, and it has been amended from time to time. And the Amendment of 1976 provides for life imprisonment for the person involved in adulterating food with a harmful substance. Okay. So now let's discuss about directions of this law. First one is, food should be properly stored. Second is, packing material should not endanger the food or medicines. Third one is, clear and legible information should be there on packets about the manufacturing date, expiry date, and instructions for storage. Now children, these points we have already discussed. Which adulterants are used by shopkeepers and milk vendors, right? So in this way we have completed lesson number 5.